Hi everyone, and welcome to Jack and Cat Adventures. Today we're going to be making a quiche with all our leftovers from the holidays. So let's get started. You're going to need two packages of crescent rolls. I have the crescent roll dough sheets here because I made cookies for Christmas with them, and I didn't use them all, and I love the sheets. They are so easy to work with. So you're going to need two of those. You're going to need meat of your choice, a vegetable of your choice if you want to put it in. If not, this is all up to you, okay? So I'm using steamed fresh broccoli that I did in the microwave, let it cool, just cut it up into small pieces. I'm using some leftover ham we had from our spiral cut ham and some fresh onion. Now you can put any kind of cheeses you want in. I'm going to use some sharp cheddar and Swiss. You can use milk or heavy cream, whatever you have on hand. We're just going to be trying to get things used up. And then you need 6 eggs, okay? So let's start with our dough. And I'll show you how we're going to lay it in. Try and get a deep dish pie plate. If you don't have it, be careful pouring in your liquids because it might overflow. I have a deep dish here and I still put it on a pan with a silpat. You can use parchment paper, whatever you want, just so if it boils over or goes over, it keeps your oven clean and it's easy to clean off of here, okay? Okay, so here we go. Now, if you have any of the dough left over, which I usually do, I just make rolls to go along with the quiche. So don't worry about waste. You're going to preheat your oven to 350. Okay, so let's get this. This is a little bit, it's falling apart a little bit, but it's fine. We can make it work. Okay, so now we're just going to lay this out. Just like that. Just kind of get it up on the sides as best you can. This does not have to be perfect, guys. You're not even going to see it. Alright, I'm going to rip some of this off because I have some tears, and I'm just going to fill it in with the extra dough I have left over.
I guarantee your stomach doesn't care how it looks.
No, it doesn't. I'm just going to cut this a little bit just so I can use some of this leftover dough. Build up my sides and stuff like that, okay? It's very easy. Don't worry. And if you use the actual crescent rolls in here, just overlap them so you don't have any seams open so that the liquid doesn't run through your quiche. Okay, I'm just going to put some up here. Actually, I only really needed one can of the sheets. The sheets might be a little bit bigger. I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Because I usually use 2.
Usually does two rolls to fill that pan.
Yeah. I have a little bit, just a few places that needs a little bit more. I have just this little bit. I'm just going to kind of stick it up here so that this cooks better. It has a little bit thicker crust.
Oh, darn.
Okay, perfect. I only needed 1 actually, guys. So like I said, let's just push that in, make sure it's really nice and tight, that we have no open pieces. And just push it down pretty tightly in there against your side. May not be pretty, but it's going to be delicious, guys. I promise. Okay, there we go. That's all you do with that, okay? Just fill your pie plate. Then take your eggs. I put a little bit of pepper, a fresh ground pepper in here. No salt because my cheeses have salt. So I'm just going to whisk this together real quick. Get these all broken up. I am actually making 2 quiches today, so that's why I have a little bit more than normal. But like I said, this is all up to your preferences. The only measurements you need are the liquids, because if you don't have the liquid right, it won't make a quiche. Okay, so now I'm going to put in my heavy cream. I'm using heavy cream because that's all I had left. A half a cup. And I had exactly a half a cup of heavy cream. And the next one we'll just use whole milk. Not a big deal. Alright, let's mix that up. Mix it up really good. While you're watching me do this, please subscribe down below so you get notified when we put out new content, which is 3 times a week right now. And it also helps us grow our YouTube channel to bring more content to you guys, okay? Alright, that looks really good. Just nice and creamy and yellow. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of each thing and see how much I have before I pour it in. So I'm taking a handful of broccoli, a good handful of ham. I'm using fresh onion, so I'm going to put a handful in. You don't need to cook it first because it's going to cook for an hour in the oven. Now I'm going to use a little bit of Swiss that I have left. And I'm going to put in probably a handful of the cheddar.
More.
I have small hands, it's fine. Okay. Now I'm just going to mix all this together.
There's green stuff in my food. Ew.
I'll tell you what, guys, roasted asparagus is delicious in this. That's my favorite. But I just got the broccoli because you just put it in the microwave and cook it and you're done. Okay, so I think I'm going to add a little bit more ham.
More broccoli.
And more broccoli. Okay. And I think I might add a little bit more cheddar cheese. Let's see. Okay, let's mix that good. All right, and then I'm going to pour it into my pre-made crust, the prepared pan. This looks delicious, you guys. Okay, just going to pour it in. Spread it around.
Oh, that looks good.
The big chunk of cheese in here I want to break up. My cheese was frozen, so it's a little bit cold. That looks delicious.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so now just make sure all of it's pushed around nice and neat. And I think this is the perfect amount because it probably won't boil over. I'm hoping it doesn't, guys. I'm going to put a little bit of cheddar on top just to add just some color. Now, I have like Gruyere I've used in this. I've used, I think it was
Applewood smoked Gouda.
Applewood smoked Gouda, which was to die for in this. Alright, so this is it. Put it in your oven for 1 hour. Check it with a knife. If it comes out clean, it's done. Okay? Alright, so here's our finished quiche. It took exactly an hour. If your knife comes out clean of egg, it's done. Now there will be melted cheese on your knife, so know the difference, okay? So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, you do you.